Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel J.I. Colorist. My name is Jody and we are working our way through my adult coloring book collection, and today's video is going to be about kids books or books that I consider children's books, well, ones I have bought that I plan on passing on to my granddaughter, and also Christmas books, because I don't really have any spot to put seasonal Christmas books in, so I thought I would tuck them into this video as well. So let's get started. I'm pretty excited to some of these have not been colored in, so these are not going to be in my final episode, which is my uncolored books, because I'm just going to include them here. So the first one is a Coloring Heaven Pocket Edition. It is Fantasy Animals, and this is by Hannah Carlson, and there are 32 images in here, and they are smaller. The paper is kind of like copy paper, so I guess that's the kind of paper that's always in these books. I don't have a subscription. I did order this online directly from their website, and they're shipped worldwide, and the price of the book itself always includes the shipping, so I find that actually quite helpful. So I think this was about $15, and yeah, so untouched, but I think it's a lot of different pictures in here that I will certainly get to do, but I thought it was kind of a childlike or children's book, so that's why I included it in this video. All right, the next couple ones are huge, and I saw these first on Happy Catastrophes channel. Candace over there was showing these. These next two books are puzzle books. They are illustrated by Fabio Antanasio. This is the Wizard of Oz one, and I will open it up. On this, it's a huge book. It's a chipboard, so it's very sturdy. The story of Wizard of Oz is on this side, and then on this side is a large puzzle, and once you remove the puzzle pieces, there is actually a blank coloring page underneath, and so it's a chipboard as well. So I plan on using, you can probably use even alcohol markers, but I plan on probably using water-based markers on this. I think that, and Pitt pens, but and I will be coloring it the same color as the image itself, so that it actually makes sense, because it is a puzzle that you're going to be doing. So this is probably for about an age, I don't know, 4 to 5 year old at least, so I do have some time, but I'll just flip through it. So these are the pictures. I believe there are 5. Yes. And you could also do this one. It's quite smooth, kind of glossy. So if you are going to use, like alcohol markers would go well on this one. I think water-based markers might smear too much, but a permanent marker would definitely work on these. So yeah, so this is, I saw it on Candace's channel and just fell in love, and I went on to Amazon and ordered it right away. The next one in that series is the puzzle book Alice in Wonderland, again by Fabio Antanasio. And again, the story is always on the left hand side of the page, and you could, like I said, there's some coloring areas here that you could do. And then again, this is a puzzle, and again, underneath is the actual picture again of what it is, and you get to color it. I think that this would be fun for any small boy or girl, because I think these are timeless stories. Mad Hatter's Tea Party, The Queen of Hearts, and that's that. So yeah, I haven't worked in these at all because, like I said, I don't know how long these would be available. So I snapped them up off of Amazon right away because I did want to have these for future coloring and passing on to my grandchildren. And then the next two books are in the Brambly Hedge. So in order, the Brambly Hedge is actually a story illustrated or written by Jill Barclay, and she has passed away. So I believe this is the 40th anniversary year, or maybe it's the 25th, I'm not sure. But regardless, there's been a resurgence of the Brambly Hedge. So the books are out again. There are 8 stories total. So this is the complete one, and I got it off of Amazon. It is a hardcover book with a nice cover jacket on it, or dust jacket, and they're all the stories and the illustrations. So I thought that this was just a lovely book in itself to have and to read. So you have all 8 stories in here, and then for each story there is a coloring book. So I have 2 of the coloring books. I have the Brambly Hedge Nature Coloring Book. So we'll take a quick look at that. And it always, so this is produced by HarperCollins Children's Books. And the paper is a little off yellow, kind of like Joanna Basford, actually like Erie Books. So it's that kind of that ivory color. And then it has the story along with the illustrations. And these are the same illustrations from the story from the book. So I thought it would be fun to have the actual storybook and not color everything exactly as the storybook, but at least have the same kind of feel for the coloring and how the illustrations were colored. So I may change up the colors a little bit, but the overall feel, I would like it to be the same. I love the style. So yeah, if you want a full flip through, I can do that for both books, but that's a good indication of what that one is. And the next one is Brambly Hedge Festive Coloring Book. Now this is a shiny cover, and this one is a matte. So both of them were bought from Amazon. This one again is HarperCollins, and it was produced in England, the UK. So take a little bit of a look at this. I like how they have all of the characters here, so you can really get to know which character is which, and you can color them as they should be, because I'm a very literal colorist. So I will be doing that, and then you can follow those figures throughout the story. And this is one's the Christmas story. Again, it's nice paper. Definitely, probably, maybe you could use like Derwent Graphitint or something, that, or some ink tints, but not a bunch of watercolor. I don't think that would work. I do think that Pitt pens would work. The Staedtler pigment pens would also work, and of course colored pencil. Some of the pictures are very detailed like this, and then some are a little bit less. So just a beautiful illustration. This is going to take me a very long time, which is also why I got it now. My granddaughter is only 4 months old, and I don't think that she will be an only child, so I'm sure I will have lots of opportunity to both read the story to them and also share the coloring book. So that is the Brambly Hedge that I have so far. The last coloring book, I have already completed Ivy and the Ink Butterfly. I also consider that a children's storybook. That is complete, and I have a video on my channel of my complete. That was the first book I ever actually completed. So it's been quite a while, and my coloring style has changed. But this is the next. This is the Peter Rabbit coloring book, and I am still almost finished this. I have 4 pages left, and it is the original story and illustrated by Beatrix Potter. and it's illustrated by Charles Santori. And I have been trying to do, at the beginning and the end, they have pictures of the illustrations from the original book. So I've been trying to at least get the colors or the feel for that for this, but still doing it in my own style. And this is quite a huge book, so it is taking me quite a while, and it is falling apart. I've mentioned that before, that it's actually falling apart. So what I plan on doing is having this book spiral bound so that I can read it with my grandchild, and it should be safe from falling apart further, I'm hoping. So those are the kids coloring books. Once I have this one totally done, I'll do a final flip through, but there's a few pages left, and we all know about what happens to Peter Cottontail. So he is definitely a mischievous little bunny, but yeah, having fun doing kids coloring books. Okay, the next books are Christmas, and I'm just gonna plunk them in here because I have a few Christmas books, and mainly I have Christmas books because I typically do a Christmas Advent coloring countdown on the channel every year. So this is Festive Coloring. It is by Pimlada Paraput. I'm totally sorry. I will put that on screen. This is the Festive Coloring book. It is 24 Advent windows to color, but it actually is more than that. So this side of the page is the outside of the building. This side of the page is the inside. And last year I completed every day. Actually, we started back in August, and we did one a week for a while, and then we stepped it up to the end till we got to the last one in December. So I'll flip through those, but there is a complete playlist on how I did all of these. So there's the Candy Factory, the Gift Gallery, Flora Forever, and I used a bunch of different things on the windows, the Merry Bakery, the Toy Store, and this is a house. And I do like how I changed up quite a few items on the page, and so if you want to see the original, you'll have to go back to the video to see them. The Green Grocer, a little little rabbit, which is a kid's store, a hair salon, the Book Cafe. Again, quite a bit of difference with the garlands and stuff. Poodle Parlor. And this used the glaze pens on the top of them, and I'm really happy that I did this last year since the glaze pens have discontinued. I do have some, and I have carried over in the odd sometimes the color onto this page so that I would be able to carry on. I missed a page. The Garden Center. And this one has some shimmer over all the glass. That's the Dragonfly Glaze. The Tea Shop. Santa's Workshop. And this is all the Dimensional Magic from Mod Podge. And it's bumpy and it really feels cool. Cozy Collective Interiors. Again, more of that glaze. The Secure Glaze. This is the Snowy Stable. And I actually added all that snow onto the page. So that was fun, and it still looks good today. So really still happy with that page. The Vine. Noella's Boutique. These are huge pages, so this was quite the endeavor last year. Okay, this is the Wreath Workshop. And again, I brought over and did some of the sky and some of the building on this side as well, so we would be ready for this year. So I will pick this book up this year and do some more of the insides. We've got the perfume shop, and I added a large perfume bottle sticker here. So that was not there before. And we've got the cat hotel. And the cat is still shiny. That's the these pens, the Spectrum Noir Sparkle pens, brush pens. And the Winter Art Center for the Nutcracker. And I actually added a nutcracker here. So that looks really good. And again, I've done some of the sky over here to match. The Town Hall. And then the last one is the Festive Windows page. So yeah, that was a lot of work and it was a lot of fun. So if you want to see each page, and if you have this book and want to see how I completed the page, there is, like I said, a playlist, and you can find that on my channel. The next couple of books is I Love Christmas, and I bought this off a book outlet. I just didn't have very many Christmas books, and I wanted a little book to kind of just play in. So this is Shutterstock Images, pretty sure. It says Sterling Children's Book. And yeah, so I've done some tempera paint sticks here, and they're still quite shiny. Yeah, and more tempera paint sticks, bunch of shine there. And then for this one, it's a kind of almost a 2-page spread, but I've only done one side. And yeah, so I've used a bunch of sparkly things on the snowman. So just a small book that I thought I would have fun, kind of just playing around, a little bit mixed media, because they're not serious pictures, and I don't really plan on finishing this entire book. So I just, it's a book to have fun in, and I liked the size. So this is I Love Christmas. And in the same vein, we have I Love Elves. And I thought it might be cute. I've only done one book in this. This book again was from Book Outlet. It is a Sterling children's book. So it says first published in Great Britain in 2019. So quite old. Illustrated by Jessie Eckel, Lizzie Preston, and Emily Tomley. So I guess this one is not Shutterstock. And I have only done this page, and this is quite blingy. And I've used some washi tape along here as well. But yeah, quite blingy. But this is single-sided, so if you wanted to use markers, you certainly could. This is probably as cute and cozy as I get. But I think it's just kind of fun, and it has little elves on all the pages. So just something fun and Christmassy, but still winter, because I think you could do some of this just in winter as well. So that is I Love Elves, and again I got this on Book Outlet. And then this one is from a couple of years ago, and it is a Ursula Schwab Advent Calendar. It is produced by Top, so very good books by Top. It's called Colorful Christmas, and it was 24 pages where you would open, they were sealed, so we'll get to that. So if you are interested in those kind of things, so this was day one, and it is sealed back like this, and so you would take a ruler or letter opener or something, and you would slip it underneath and then open the perforation and find out what you did on that day. So again, there is a playlist for this one. I believe this is from 2023 or 2022. But yes, there's a playlist to see what we did. So one day there would be a activity, and then the next day would be a coloring page, and you did that for 24 different days. So this is an activity. We made a wreath, and sometimes I would keep the item in the book, and like, so this one I made the wreath inside the book. Other times I actually cut everything out and did make the little craft separate. So here is a beautiful coloring page. And then this is an activity that I did, so I cut it out and put it in here, and it made this little stand. So yeah, it was very interesting. It was a lot of work because every day I opened something up. So this is another activity. And this is like a little stand that you would put a candle or a night light on, tea light. Day 9, this was an activity that I left in here. I just colored it, but you were supposed to cut it out. This is the coloring page. So the coloring pages were quite nice. Ursula Schwab is a really nice illustrator. This was a angel, and she ended up looking like that. So yeah, very pretty. Lots of stickles, lots of glitter glue. I can feel stickles on almost every single page. It's Christmas, so there was lots of bling. This was a tea light holder. So it was fun, like I said. And if you get a chance to get this type of book where you open things every day, definitely give yourself some time because yeah, the activities were quite involved. And then this one actually was the same one. So I did something else that day. Then there was a coloring page. And this was a greeting card that I left in here, but I just did all of the parts. Coloring page. And we're getting close to the end. And this is the last one. So there you go. So yeah, so this is a completed book. This is Ursula Schwab's Advent Calendar, and I got it off of way back when the Book Depository was there, but probably Blackwell's. Check that for Advent Calendar. And then another Christmas coloring book. This one is also complete. This is Matchstick Mouse, a Christmas coloring book, and this one I did for 2023. So this must have been 2022. And this one was 2024. So this one would have been 2023. Seems like I've been on YouTube for a long time. But yeah, so I did this. I had 25 pages left in this book when I started the countdown. So I went in and I put numbers on some of the pages. So we'll have to get to the first one. So this would have been the first one. And then I did this one, and I just kept going on. And I always like to do some background on them. I just can't seem to leave things alone. Even if I'm leaving it alone, I'm putting washi tape or something on it. So if you have this book, there's lots of ways to spruce it up, change it up. I like this one. And this one is a fall page. And I used a lot of fall washi tape here to do the background. I thought that was kind of fun. Made this look like a present. And I like this one. I had made this into some northern lights. So, and there's a shiny everywhere on the bottom. So yeah. I could have put this one into the, I have another episode coming up that is for Amazon printed book, so this one could have went in there as well, but I thought I'd just leave it here with the Christmas ones since we were going through other Christmas ones. So yeah, I just can't seem to leave the backgrounds alone, but that's kind of the fun of having it. And you don't, this one is even a very simple background, but I think it's very effective. This one didn't turn out the way I quite liked it to, but definitely is shiny. And then there's this one. And that's it. So yeah, I do like the way that one turned out. I do like the backgrounds that I've added, and that's just something I like to do. So those are the books for today. I have just a couple more episodes of this done, and then next year I am going to have one episode a year that will just show you all of the new books that I have in the year. Again, if you want to see any of my completed books, there is always a playlist, and I hope that if you have a book that you see in any of my episodes and you would like to do a buddy color with me, please reach out on Instagram or email me at jicolorist@gmail.com, because I would love to color a picture with any of you as fellow colorists. That's the joy of this community, is we get to know each other a little better through coloring together and just having some relaxing, stress-free fun. So on that note, I hope you have a creative and colorful day. Thank you so much for watching these videos. If you have something favorite that you saw today, or there's anything of interest, or you need a link for me to provide, just reach out in the comments below. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.